Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world. I'm Dan Marty.
And I'm Nasty Boy Brian Knobs. You had Sags on a little while ago, but I'm much funnier and better looking than he is. So get ready.
All right, a brand new Wrestling Insiders special edition is coming up next. Stand by. Wrestling fans, we explode into Christmas for the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fan Fest. A human sea of superstar guests have come to MWF Studios for live interviews, tributes, and virtual autograph signings. The good news is, if you miss these superstar signings, we have individual autograph photos available as well as all-inclusive VIP packages throughout the season. If you want them for yourself or to give us a holiday gift for Christmas, get the order in by December the 19th. On Christmas night, we'll reveal the winner of the massive Christmas Week Mega Raffle, where one lucky fan wins an entire jackpot of prizes, again, to benefit the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. 2020 has been a brutal year for the economy, as well as our toy drive efforts. We could use any and all the help you could give us. Be part of the professional wrestling community. If you're going to take part in any toy drive this year, let it be one where we update Santa Claus's GPS and honor Paul Bearer's memory. Head on over to BostonWrestling.com now.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome to another Wrestling Insiders. Very happy to be joined in studio for the very first time by one half of former WWF, WCW Tag Team Champions, Brian Knobs. Brian, a pleasure to have you here in studio.
Hey, man, thank you for having me. And you have one hell of a setup here. This is awesome.
Well, thank you. Believe me, I wish I owned it. I'm like the furniture. I'm easily disposable. Easily disposable.
Don't cut yourself short. I saw your show.
Oh,
Very good.
Which one did you see?
I just saw
Savio.
Savio.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I haven't seen him in years, and he looked great. So I was watching that. Yeah,
I wish I looked as good as him, and he's got about 15 years on me, so there you go. But nonetheless, fans, it's that time of year again. I know the C word offends some people, but we use the word Christmas around here because we like it. It is the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fan Fest. Usually, we'd be bringing fans a live wrestling event, but because of the nature of the beast in the world in 2020, we cannot do that. Capacity for indoor events in Massachusetts was only 25 people up until last month, and now it's 10. So, I mean, we couldn't even allow people to come into the studio to meet and greet these superstars, but luckily, due to technology, we were able to have a virtual autograph signing. And for those fans that maybe, if they missed us live on December the 5th, the good news is the Nasty Boys, Marty, Savio, Tony Atlas, Leo Rush, and everybody else that's still to come, they signed the pictures, they signed the posters. As long as you get your order in by probably December the 19th, with the way the mail goes, we can get you out a VIP package in time for Christmas, whether it be for yourself, whether it be to give as a holiday gift to a friend or a loved one, or give it to a homeless person. But you know what? Our mission is to honor this man's memory right here, the late, great Paul Bearer. And along with is, I guess we have to say in kayfabe wrestling terms, in case we have little ones watching, we have to update Santa Claus's GPS to find every kid's house this year.
That's it. But congratulations to you for doing this, because Paul Bearer was a genuinely great man. I mean, really, he made you laugh. He was just a great person to be around, and there was never a time I wasn't around that he didn't put a smile on my face. And I really appreciate you having me and Sag on here to help out with the toy drive.
I still miss the man every day. I really, really do. When they did the Undertaker farewell a couple of weeks ago, and they had that hologram of him when Undertaker was on his knees doing the thing with the hand, and Paul Bearer held the urn. That choked me up. That was a great moment, but...
And I missed that. I have DirecTV, and some storm came through, and you know sometimes when a storm comes
Oh, really?
through,
It knocked it out?
and not knocked, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is it is on WWE Network if you want to catch up on it. A great tribute to one of the great legends in The Undertaker. But again, this toy drive, it's all about the kiddos. It's all about trying to create smiles. Again, where you almost entered WWF around the same time as Paul Bearer. Any favorite memories, road stories, ribs?
Well, actually, me and Sag entered with Undertaker.
Yeah, just about a month after the fact. Yeah.
We, I think it was November of 1990. Me and Mark and Sag left WCW and signed with Vince together. So we got up there together at the same time. And one hell of a gimmick.
Yeah, well, Paul Bearer
You know.
came in January of '91, just a little bit after the fact. Again,
And he was a true
that
mortician.
that wasn't a gimmick. That was a shoot.
No,
He carried
exactly.
his degree to mortuary science until he passed away.
Yeah, yep. And he told us some stories. I was like, "Phew, that's a hard job to have, but but what a sense of humor on him. He
Yeah.
really, I mean, just being around him, he lit up the room. So I miss him. I do.
Good quality human being.
Oh, we were on a lot of road trips with him, and overseas and that, and we always had fun. You know what I mean? One time, it was me, Sag, and Undertaker, and I forget who. Can't remember who we were wrestling. And Sag took the urn and was going ooh, and Undertaker grabbed it off Sag, gave it back to Paul, and said, under his breath, "Don't fucking touch the urn."
Yeah, that's the gimmick. Because you remember back then, the Undertaker character lived and died by when Paul Bearer would
yeah. raise
it up and down. So he
yeah.
didn't want anyone fucking with that.
No.
Or the
definitely.
Undertaker would look like he'd almost be doing a dance or something like that,
But Mark, I take my hat off to him because 30 years and to keep the quality of wrestling that he did, if he couldn't do the show, he wouldn't. And he did it for 30 years straight for WWE or WWF when we were there. But and he always had fantastic matches, and the main event matches were unbelievable. And he just stayed in that realm, and that's hard to do, man. I mean, 30 years wrestling, and I'm telling you, I'm all beat up and broken up from, what got me is after Sag got hurt, we kind of helped start that hardcore thing back in the day in WCW with Cactus and that. Then it got to be a thing, so when I came back to WCW by myself, they put me in the hardcore division, and I was 2 years. I was world champ 4 times for WCW, but that took a toll on my body, and I feel it now. How many years later? I think it was 1999, year 2000. I was, hardcore before
doing a single.
before Vince, before the Vince pulled out because Sag was hurt, So, but that took a toll on my body, Every night going through tables and me and Finley going at each other, So it was crazy.
Well, a lot of fans have asked, they were noted online that you had run into some health issues over the past couple of years. How are you holding up now?
Yeah, I'm holding up. I mean, just like everybody else, it's hell getting old. I mean, and especially in our business, because, we were going 300 days a year, double shots on Saturday and Sunday, and if you didn't wrestle, you didn't get paid. So we definitely were, tearing it up. And when you're young and kind of dumb, you don't feel the pain, and you just keep on wrestling. And then
when you're in your 20s and 30s, it doesn't affect you as much.
And then it all catches up to you. So, but I'm, knock on wood, I'm still here. And the fans, without you guys, me and Sag would have never been the Nasty Boys. You guys are the guys that really put us over. So, when we go to these Comic Cons, which there was none this year at all, it really feels good to have, now they're grown men and they have kids and they're showing our matches to them on the WWE Network. So we did something right because the people still come out to see us and loved our gimmick, and we get a lot of. I used to hate you when I was a kid because when we were heels, bad guys, we were heels, bad guys. I used to like the heel bad guy, better.
Well, I just think this studio could be a tremendous platform for you and so many of the other great legends and veterans and Hall of Famers to tell their stories. I've said it before. WWE has bought the libraries they've bought. They're entitled to present history the way they want to present it. But that doesn't mean there aren't a lot of great individuals out there that have their memories, their legends, their experiences, their stories to share with the fans, to not just to watch for a moment or two, but that they can live on forever. Not everybody is going to get a 3-disc DVD set like The Undertaker or Bret Hart. And it's important for the guys because there are a lot of human beings whose lives went through just as much as those main event talents.
Well, that's what the network helps, because you can go and, anyone who has the network can go back to them, all the matches, because he owns WCW, AWA when we started. He has all the matches. He owns everything. I think he even owns, we were in Jarrett's territory.
Memphis.
Memphis. He owns Florida, so he has, all of them. He has the whole library, so, but it's good that he's just not sitting on it.
Right.
I mean, people want to look it up, they just look it up, and it's tons of our matches against Public Enemy, and oh, my word.
They can watch the action on WWE Network or even YouTube, and then they can come and watch a show like this and hear the behind the scenes about how all of these great things came to life. And look at how great it's worked out for Marty Jannetty. Since just July, he's already been here to tape for 7 days. So it's a great way for the guys to earn easy extra income by just coming in, signing some autographs and talking. And we have a lot of fun and laughs as we do it. We're very happy to have you here for the toy drive. Again, we wish we had a live wrestling event, but knock on wood, we'll be able to do something like that in 2021. Before we go, any final memories of Paul Bearer, the man, the gimmick?
I don't know if Syke told you a story about we were in Europe, and he got to the buffet first because it was at the buffet for all of us, and he had 2 huge plates of food with breakfast out, and he went like, "Ooh, yeah," with that voice, and Sang had his bag there. And he tripped over Sang's bag. The food went up. His face was in the eggs. Oh, first we made sure he was okay, and then when we knew he was okay, we started laughing. And he was going, he was blaming us like we did a rib to him, but we didn't, because we came right from the bus. We drove all night to get to the town. They had the food waiting, so Sang just threw his bag down there, and Paul didn't see it because he was up going, "Woo!" and all of a sudden, zoop, there he went, head over heels, so.
Oh, I can hear that voice squealing, that little Alabama accent that he had. I can hear him right now. And those are the types of stories that we like to share, folks. Again, for more information on the 9th Annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fan Fest, head on over to BostonWrestling.com. If you missed the live virtual autograph signing, it's all right. We had enough photos printed up, and the posters, God willing, that we can put in the VIP packages as long as you get your order in probably by December the 19th. The mail in the United States has been kind of crazy this year, so we don't want to overpromise. But even the posters that we have printed up for the event, Bushwhacker Luke was going to be joining us, but because of an issue with his daughter, he was unable to do so. But he was kind enough to sign the posters. But as he mailed them back due to a mail delay, they weren't here for us last night with Savio's, so we got to figure out a way to get to Savio, and I'm praying that the mailman drops them off for us tonight, but we'll hold our breath. All right, wrestling fans, again, we're in for
it's a great cause, man.
It's a great cause.
I mean, come on, and for Paul Bearer, I mean, and it's for the kids and everybody. I mean, Christmas, as a kid, you got to get some kind of toy underneath the tree.
We're not curing cancer.
No, exactly.
But at the same time,
it's Christmas.
The year I was telling you about when I was in the accident with the Sheik, I remember how difficult it was to put a Christmas together for the little ones in my life. So I really empathize and sympathize with the parents that go through that problem, who, for whatever reason, Santa might have a hard time finding the house this year. So we're going to do everything we can on our end to try and create some smiles, and as we do so, honor the man that helped start this drive with myself and John Cena Sr. back in 2012. Some may say there's a little phoniness with John Cena Sr. when it comes to the moss on the top of the head. I don't know. But when it comes to Christmas, the love in his heart is a shoot. I guess is the best way to put it. He's a good egg.
Yeah.
All right,
funny.
Wrestling fans, not only do we have Brian here for this video, but he's going to be joining us for several episodes of Wrestling Insiders. I think it's going to be fantastic. If you guys like it, if you guys give us positive feedback, we hope to turn it into a regular thing. Brian's only down in Florida. It's not too long of a flight for him. Get him up here. We can have him telling his great stories from his career throughout AWA, Memphis, Florida, WCW, WWF, NWA, and the list goes on and on and on and on. But before we go, there's one person that we neglected to mention that helps make this toy drive happen every year. So hopefully someone you're going to be joining in the WWE Hall of Fame. Someone inducted just in 2019. We got the Warrior Award, the one and only Sue Aitchison.
Oh, really? She's going to be on the show?
No, she helps us every year.
She's such a sweetheart. Oh, my word. She's a sweetheart. You know, she was always nice to us, a really good person, you know. And that's good that she's helping you.
Every year since we started.
Yeah.
And even beyond with different live events when we do similar endeavors to try and help out different nonprofits.
Does she live in the area up here?
She lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But no, she's just always a phone call.
Is she
or an
retired
email away.
from?
No,
she's still working.
No.
For
Titan Towers, she said, is pretty much about 95% closed down right now because of the virus.
Right.
But you know, all you need to do is just make a call, send an email, and she always comes through in the clutch. A great human being.
She called not too long ago for something, and it was good. We remember
you
this.
spoke to her?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
about a couple months ago, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago. She called for something, and then, you know, I told her congratulations and all that stuff. But yeah, she definitely deserves it.
She loves catching up with the guys.
Yes,
I know that.
yeah.
Just a good human being, much like our friend Paul Bearer.
Oh, she was been in it a long time.
86?
Yeah.
She's had a hell of a
Yeah.
run. Yeah. All right, wrestling fans, for our new friend Brian Knobbs, I'm Dan Marati. Stay tuned for more great content, not only with Brian Knobbs, but Jerry Saggs as well.
Time to get nasty.
Savio Vega has joined us for the first time this fall. We've got Tatanka, the Warlord. So many more coming to this great studio to bring you the memories and legends of professional wrestling. Until we speak again, happy holidays, be healthy, be well. Good night.
Merry Christmas.